You are a small business owner or a freelancer. Google Workspace offers a suite of productivity tools that can streamline your workflow. Let's get started. We can sign up for Google Workspace in two ways. We can either set up our account directly with Google, or we can take Google reseller help in setting up our Google Workspace account. Virtuous Cloud can help you get started on Google Workspace. You can contact us by phone, email, and web. We have mentioned our contact details in the video description. We will now show you how to set up your Google Workspace account. For this demonstration, we are using the account details provided to us by Virtuous Cloud. I am listing the essential records you need to add to your domain DNS settings when setting up Google Workspace. These records ensure smooth email delivery and help protect your domain from spam and phishing.
Okay, so we need to log into the Google Workspace admin panel. Type in admin.google.com and then the username and password. In our case, it is provided by our reseller. Now, once we are inside the Google Workspace admin panel, we can see that we can set up our Google Workspace or start the domain verification process. So we can set it up from here, from this location also, and also from the navigation panel we can go to account, then click on domains, then click on manage domains. Now in manage domains our domains will be listed, and then we can start the verification process by clicking on the verify domain button. Right, again click on the navigation panel and then use the verify domain part. Once we use the verify domain part, it will take us to the record that we require to set it up on our domain host. In our case, the domain host is Hostinger. So we just have to click this record. This is a txt record. So click on this. While clicking on this txt record, it will automatically paste it on our clipboard, so we don't have to do any other activity. So now we have to just check in our DNS provider whether there is any conflicting txt or mx records. We can see that there is no existing txt or mx records. Now we can go ahead and add this txt record. Now TTL we can put it as 3600. That is the 1 hour which Google has suggested. So I am placing it as 600 just to ensure that the record propagation is fast, and we can we can get this thing done slightly faster. So now I'll click on the protect domain part. It will start the domain verification process. It can take about from 5 to 10 minutes, and it will also depend upon your domain host or the service provider. Now we'll have to click on the protect domain. Now the record has been verified, and we can continue the setup and add the other records that we have that is provided by Google. once we hit the continue button, right? So here, you can see that Google is recommending us to activate the Gmail. So we can do it from here also, and if we actually go to the admin panel, click on the admin. Now we can also find that there is a setup workspace column here where it is saying that activate Gmail, which is essentially the same thing, one and the same thing actually. So look, we'll again go to the account, click on manage domains, then activate Gmail. So in the Google panel we could see two domains actually. One domain is the highlighted domain is the alias domain, and the other one is our own domain. The alias is created for each and every account. Every account at Google will give it to any customer. So don't worry, this is absolutely fine. And then we can now go ahead and activate our Gmail services. Now set up MX records, or you have the option of skip MX records. We will set it up because we want to receive the email in our Google account. So we will start the MX record addition process. So it will give us the records which are required to be placed in Google. So it is giving us the 5 records. Actually, after 2023 you can also add up just one record, but as Google is suggesting us 5 records, so we will add up these 5 records in our domain panel. So after 2023 even one record will be fine, which is smtp.google.com, but as Google is recommending for this domain that we need to add the 5 records, so we will add up 5 records, again checking whether there is any MX record present. So there is no MX record, so we can go ahead and add up these records. And the first record is we just have to copy and paste. Priority is 1. For hostname it will be either @ or blank, and TTL as suggested by Google is 1 hour, so we are putting 3600, which is 3600 seconds, which is again 1 hour only. So you'll have to add in all these 5 records into our DNS and activate our Gmail services as such. Now we can check if all the MX records are in order So it is in order right now. There were 5 records and we have added all these 5 records into the DNS panel. So let us go and now do the activation of Gmail. So you just have to click activate Gmail. So on the right side you can see that there are some few missing records which Google is showing, and then it is also showing added, right? So it is happening because after 2023 they are using smtp.google.com, and for before 2023 they were using all these 5 records. While doing this we actually have, so it does not matter whether you are using these 5 records or the smtp.google.com. It will work both ways. Either you use a single record which is smtp.google.com priority 1, so that will also work. Do ensure that you do not have any other provider mx record mentioned in your DNS, because that will actually clash the record. So it is showing now Gmail activation in progress. It happens sometimes, so don't worry, we are absolutely fine, and we can proceed with the next steps and add the other 3 records which are more required to help us improve our sender reputation, and also to ensure the email security while sending the emails, right? So the 3 record that we are going to now add up will help us in in controlling spoofing and phishing attacks. So let us now go and add these records. Okay, so now we are just typing what is the Google SPF record value. So this Gemini stuff is giving us this value of which is v is equal to SPF1. So you can just copy this value from here. We will also put this value into the link description to make sure that you have the right record while you are configuring the domain as such. So just type txt, hostname will remain @ and then value will be the value which has been provided. This is the correct value. Change TTL to again 1 hour, and then you can add this record. Post SPF we need to now add up the DKIM record. For DKIM again we will go to the navigation panel, click on the navigation panel, then go to apps, then go to Google Workspace, then click on Gmail. Yes. Now click on the right side, click on authenticate email, find out the tab. This is authenticate email tab. Click on this tab. Alright, now generate a new record. Typically I do this, there are 2 types of records which you can generate. One is 1024 and the other one is 2048. Typically go with 1024 because it also works with DNS providers which then cannot take larger records. So we'll copy these values and we will then paste it in our DNS panel. First we'll have to copy the hostname part, which is google._domain key, that will be added as a txt record in our domain host provider. So copy this DNS hostname and paste it in the hostname section of the DNS records. Then you have to copy the value and then paste this value in the in the DNS paste this value, and then we can proceed further, right? Okay, so now we have the DKIM also set it up. Again check in terms of txt records. So we have added the DKIM record, we have added the SPF record, and we have also done the verification record also. So now we can do the start authentication part. I'll refresh the page because it is saying DKIM settings have been updated. So once it comes from start, goes from start authentication to stop authentication, that means that the DKIM is properly added, so we don't have to do any further steps on DKIM now. Now the last record is the DMARC record, which actually helps us, which helps the recipients from which tells the recipients how to handle our mail. So we have to now add the DMARC record. A DMARC record tells the receiving servers to how to handle the email if our DKIM and SPF records are missing. So it helps us to protect our reputation. So because there are three values that we can put into this record. One is none. So none means that it is telling the receiving server that even if the records are missing, which is SPF or the DKIM are missing, then you should not do anything and you should receive the email. Quarantine is the another value that we can put in DMARC, which will say that if any of the record, either SPF or DKIM check is failing, then you should put this mail under quarantine, and only once the admin reads the email and found content to be unobjectionable, then they can release that email to their end customers or end clients or end users. Then the third one is completely reject. So we have only three values. Initially we will start with the relaxed value of none, and then we can later on we can change this value from none to either quarantine or reject. So once we have so we can also give RUA and RUF values here, because we are just doing the we have a complete section on this SPF and DKIM and DMARC records, so you can also check the video. We will share the link for that particular video for your reference. But now the DMARC is also added. Now let's test our configuration, and then we can go ahead and end this tutorial. So I am now logged into my Gmail for this particular account, and I want to test the connectivity. So now from the Gmail I will send an email to an external email ID and see if the external ID is able to receive my email. So I have sent a test mail to this email, and then we will test the connectivity per se, right? Test. Okay, now I have sent the email. So we'll just wait for the response to come, and then we can go ahead and close this entire session. Please do the testing while you have set it up, the records, because it will give you an insight whether the configurations that you have proposed are working or not, right? So I will just check on the inbox. So here we go. So yes, I have received the email from the recipient, and now we can we can be rest assured that this setting is working properly. Okay.
Hello, thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe. This is Gautam Mahajan from Virtuous Cloud signing off. Thank you.